Hi, everybody. Hi. Happy Friday. It's Tarot Friday again. Wow, it feels like just yesterday it was the last one. Nice to see you all. Hi. So we've got Naritia, Sandla, and Liz is in the house. Hi, it's my early birds. Naritia, let's just get started. Let's go. I have added your names. Yes. Here you go. See? Doo-doo-doo. Put your names right there. All right. Before we get going here, so I looked back over, several months of early birds, right? And I made a notation of the frequent flyers, okay? And then I put their names in a bag. They're in here. So the early birds in that bag are Sunbla, Heba, Shivakshi, Roma, Liz, Angie, Nikitha, Naritya, Pumpkin Soul, Satan, Anjali, and Rahul, and Mickey was also here. Now, I've already drawn Mickey's name. That was several Fridays ago, and I've drawn Satan's name. I apologize, Satan. I am going to get a hold of you. I've just been crazy busy. We're getting ready for a great big art show. So it's been a little bit frantic over here and just trying to deal with big, ugly walls that don't want to look nice and stuff like that. But I will get back to you guys. I was kind of thinking to myself, maybe what I should do is I'm going to pull a name in a second. I've got, and then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get back to you all at once. And then maybe I could schedule the reads for you guys on one day and then just go bang, 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 bang and do everybody on one afternoon kind of a thing. That would probably be good. Oh my gosh, got some people came in. Hi, Angel. Hi, sorry you missed out last time I was reading. But yeah, I'll definitely put your name on the list. It's nice to see you. Hope you're doing good. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll pull another name. New day, new drama. Yes. It's always something new, right? All right, so here's the bag. Just gonna pull somebody's name out of here. I've got it in here with my rune stones. Let me get in there. Pull somebody's name here. Okay. Roma. Okay, so Roma is, so now I've got Mickey, Satan, and Roma lined up, and I have to do private readings for you guys, and I will, I promise I will. I will. I've just been getting ready for this. We're having this big art show coming up, and yeah. All right. Let me just grab the right bit of stuff. Okay, so I left off at Liz. Oh, SK. Hi, SK. Hi, how are you? Okay, and then Angel. Yeah, Angel's asking, how are you? Yeah, I know I'm good. Just crazy busy. Oh, Rahul is here. Okay, so we're going to start with Naritia. And Naritia, if you want to post a question for me, or maybe you just want a general, a WhatsApp. Yeah, let's get started here. It's amazing how quickly this time goes as well. It's so weird. I don't know if you guys feel it too, but time is so incredibly weird right now. Like, I can think of a couple times when I've been broadcasting, right? And I'm like, it's, and I'll say a date, and then I'll go, and I did check the date before I came online, obviously, checked it, and it was the wrong date. And I'm like, that's so weird, right? And just like the elasticity of time here, like it really does seem to me like it was just yesterday that I was reading here, and here we are again. It's true. Time has been really weird since that whole BS started. Don't even get me started on that subject. Okay, so Naritia wants to know what SADS next actions towards them are going to be. Okay. All right. Let me think for a second. How am I going to word that? What am I going to do there? All right. So what's up, Naritia? What's up with Sad? What is going on between the two of them? If anything, who knows? Maybe they're not even in contact. I don't know. Okay, so what's going on there? What would Sad's next actions towards Naritia be? Let's see what's going on there. So yeah, last Friday's live stream was a little bit crazy. I had somebody knocking persistently at my front door. I had to step out of the studio to go answer them and go like, what are you doing? And then I couldn't get back into the studio. I could not get back in. It would not. The camera wouldn't work and the mic refused to work. And eventually I had to actually leave the stream altogether, like stop it, end the broadcast, and then restart, and also reboot the computer, and then everything worked again. So yeah, hopefully we're not going to have any technical issues today. Fingers crossed. Hope not. No contact. Yeah. Okay. So all right. So you're in no contact. So maybe a better question is like, is Sad going to reach out to you? Like, is Sad going to reach out to you? Is there going to be any action between the two of you? Like, what's going to go on there, if anything? Okay, so what's up with Sad? What's up with Naritia? What's between them? All right. All right. Just grab my other deck really quick here. Yeah, so as I was saying on the last broadcast, you'll just have to allow me to toot my horn for 2 seconds here, because this is a big accomplishment for me. I'm an artist, and I work in a lot of different mediums. Sometimes I make jewelry. Sometimes I'm throwing clay on a wheel. Sometimes I'm sculpting. Sometimes I'm painting. I build stretchers, like this one behind you. I built that and stretched the canvas. And this is just the underpainting, but I don't know. I kind of like it. I don't know if I want to keep going on it. But anyway, yeah, I do a lot of different things. And one of the things is that I decided 10 years ago that I was going to teach myself how to use Photoshop to expand my art practice. I ended up making tarot decks. And I'm just going to really quickly show you guys, because last Friday the stream was totally interrupted and messed up. And so I'm just going to quickly show you again. Okay. So the real meaning of daemon, before the church changed it to demon, daemons were actually considered very wise, benevolent beings, and they're extra dimensional or multidimensional, or I don't know. They're not quite human like us. They can, appear and materialize and dematerialize and so on. So anyway, I've created these tarot decks. That's one. There's another one. They are different. And here's the other one. Sorry, guys. I just want to quickly show you. Okay. And there's the last one. What the hell, right? I'll show you. Okay. So yeah, I finally got those done and they're published. And I put a link in the description box of where you can go into the online shop and go and look at them if you want. If you want to learn more about them or whatever. Okay. Sorry. Let's get back to this. I don't want to waste your time. Okay. So is he going to contact you? Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to ask the other deck here again. What's going on for Sad? What's going on for Naritia? Is there anything between the two of them? Is there going to be any action there? Is this person going to reach out? Is there going to be any contact? Oop. Those kind of questions. Okay. Okay, so what is going on? All right. Well, if I'm reading this correctly, what's going on with Sad, and I'm wondering if it sort of relates to whatever was going between you and him. Um, Narita is, they've just gone through some kind of devastating, I don't know, shakeup of their world. So that could mean a new job. It could mean a really big loss on their part, like something really, really traumatic happened, or, they're forced to move. Just really big life events, right? So they've just been going through that. Right now there's not a whole lot of balance right there, and yeah, they're just really out of balance, and they're busy. I'm not seeing anything there romantic or anything. Like their mind seems to be on the practical sort of issues of day-to-day living. Okay, so very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so as you know, I do work with two different decks. One of them is the prototype for these decks that I just showed you, and the other one is my good old Morgan Greer that I've had for like 30 years. So what's very interesting here in Narita is that I've got a line for Sad, and then I've got a line for you, and then I've got a line for what's going on, if there's anything going on between the two of you. And I just think it's very interesting because in both positions, both on his line and on yours, you both got Temperance inverted. Now, in the right way up of things, that would mean like finding your equilibrium and finding a balance. And so what we're getting is that both of you are kind of unbalanced at the moment. So, for example, right, like, being balanced, being grounded, being, very, very much in the day-to-day sort of stream of things, and balance between, I'm thinking about people that are like way more in their heads than they should, they're way out there sort of mentally, and they're not really here, and they're not really paying attention to what's like the necessary things, the practical difficulties of day-to-day life. You know what I mean? Like they're sort of out there, and they spend a lot of time out there in their head. And it's interesting because both of you have that same card. So I would invite you, Narita, to go ahead and go and look up Temperance and what it means, and inverted, right? Because the both of you have that. And I'm also seeing here, wow, okay, you've also got the Three of Swords. Right. And that's interesting as well, because normally and again, it's inverted, but in the normal way of things, the Three of Swords is talking about the hearts of your desire becomes manifest when you know who you are. And so seeing that upside down with Temperance, it makes me wonder if you're sort of searching right now, for example, searching for positive affirmations coming from somebody else, when really that hole that's inside of everybody, right? You want affirmations, but part of that has to do with like loving yourself and giving yourself those positive affirmations instead of depending on something or somebody that's outside of yourself, because the real power is within you. Right? And you have to love yourself first before anybody else can love you. Right? So yeah, I'm just thinking, so there's some kind of work that needs to be done there, Narita. I'm also seeing here, what is that? Yeah, okay. So here's another card that's come up for you, Narita, and that is the Five of Rods, right? And that one is talking about that there's just struggle and contention, and maybe you have too many irons in the fire, and maybe being a lot of different things for a lot of different people, and spreading your energies really thin. And I'm just wondering, in light of the other cards, if that has to do with, you're putting a lot of energy out for this person, and perhaps it's time to not, and start worrying about you. And I'm not saying that in any kind of judgmental way. It's not my business. But it's just sort of what the feeling I'm getting from this. Okay, so what's in between here? Well, one of the cards that's coming up between the two of you is the Devil, and that one is all about, well, when I look at that, I think about toxic influences and toxic people, toxic situations. So maybe what that's trying to tell us here is that maybe that it's just like it's not a great match. Maybe there's some I don't know. I mean, maybe there's some toxic stuff going on. What do you call that? Codependent, codependent kind of stuff. And part about codependency is, and there it is again, is got to do with looking for affirmation and acceptance from people that are outside of you instead of you giving it to yourself. Let me see now. Yeah. And then, yeah, the other thing that's in between here is also you've got the Queen of Swords, which is, again, inverted now in the right way of things. It's talking about, getting your affairs in order. And, if there's any kind of legal work or any kind of paperwork that needs to be done, that would be the realm of the swords, because the swords are thought, right? And so here it is inverted. So what that tells me is that there's other things here that are going on, Naritya, that you're not paying attention to. So there's some details and things going on that is not getting it's not getting looked at. And then you've also got the 8 of Rods, and once again it's inverted. So we're talking about it's not a smooth, rapid progress, but in rather the opposite. There's a lot of barriers there. So when you take all that together, it's kind of like I don't know. It's not looking like a real positive kind of a thing here. I'm just wondering, okay, is this person going to reach out for you? And I just want to just see if that will happen. I know that some more people came in, and I will take a look at the comments in a minute. But so I just want to know if Sad is going to reach out to Naritya. I just want to get a yes. A yes, no would be good. It's interesting. Yeah, so this deck doesn't want to answer me, but what it did give me was the Ace of Swords, and that one is all about like no more excuses, cutting through the heart of the matter. Like I think the feeling it's giving me is like, again, it seems like rather than focusing on what one wants and what one wishes to be, the Ace of Swords is somebody that would cut through all of that stuff, like, and really get to the heart of what's going on. And, if there's an answer to be had, then they're going to have it. And then once like they just want either a yes or a no. And then at that point, cut those ties and move on. If that's what's got to be, just let that shit go or not. Right. I'm going to quickly check with the other. Hey, Satan's in the house. Satan, I don't know if you were here for the very beginning. I will get back to you. I'm sorry. I just, I'm going a little bit crazy right now at the moment because we're getting ready for a big art show. And then that's going to be the last one in that space, because the people that own the building sold it, and the new people want to gut the building. So everybody's getting tossed out. Okay. Yes or no? Naritya, it's really interesting because when I read for you just recently, same kind of questions here, the same card just came again. I do recall this. I'm pretty sure it came up before. Now this one is saying, and the question was, is Sad ever going to get back to you, right? And this one came up with this. Now, you got to recall, too, that the Devil card talks about toxic relationships and so on. So it could very well be that there is a strong physical connection there, but perhaps there's no real substance behind that. Do you know what I mean? It gets, like, even a pretty face and really great in bed just doesn't cut it after a while, like, unless they've got real substance there, and unless there's a true meeting of the mind, the soul, and the physical, right? Like you want somebody that's going to love you for you and accept you for you and be there for you, and you're going to do the same for them, right? Because it's supposed to be like this, like a partnership. Yeah, I don't know. So that is my answer for you today, and I hope it resonates. I hope it helps you. You know, I wish you all the best with this situation, and yeah, thank you for coming in today. You are my early bird. Okay, let me just put this aside for 2 seconds, and then I'm going to grab my little list, and we're going to go back to taking down some names because I know a bunch of people came flooding in. So let me just go back up to where I left off. Okay. Hey, Kevin's in the house. Hi, Kevin. Hi, how are you? Let me put your name down. Can't remember if I actually got to read for you before, Kevin, or if like I got real close to you and then it cut off. Let's see, Shikha. Shika. Hi, Shika. Oh, Mo. M-O-H. Mohaha. And Martha. Hey, Martha. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Okay, so Shika, your name's on the list. So is Mo. So is Martha. Oh, interesting name. Subliminal Galaxy. Okay, let's put your name down. Subliminal Galaxy. And Priyanka. Hi, Priyanka. How are you? The Queen is in the house. I remember you were I remember reading for you before, and that was coming up that you are like the queen of the household, you know. Oh, and Zainab. Z-A-I-N-A-B. Okay. Mo wants to know how many people are ahead of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. You've probably got at least an hour's wait. It fills up really fast. Norichi says it resonates. And Satan saying, "Hail Satan! Can I be on the list? You bet." Satan says, "You're fine. I'll keep watching my email." Thank you for understanding. Yeah, no, I was feeling guilty. I was working on stuff throughout the week, like dealing with this horrible wall. It doesn't want to look good. And it has to be made acceptable at the very least for this show. And just, yeah. And I'm making this birthday gift for a friend. And so this person's a potter. Okay. And so usually when you're on the wheel, you need an apron. Okay. So I've made her this rig that is like super deluxe. Oh my God. It's beautiful. So I hope she likes it. I'm almost finished too. So I've been slaving on that. My fingers are actually numb and sore from all the needlework because I've been doing it all by hand. I don't have a sewing machine. I have to do it by hand. I'm sorry, I'm chatting away here. Okay, let's see. Mo. Naritias. Okay, Satan. Right. Satan's name down. There we go. Okay, Satan. So Liz wants to know who's next. So we're on to Sunbla and then Liz. Okay, Naritia's saying thank you so much. Shika's here. Oh, Tammy85. Yep. Let's write your name down. Tammy85. Liz is saying, aw, Sunbla. Okay, Sunbla, if you want to post a question. I see you got a bunch of eyeballs there, like your eyes are on the screen. It's your turn. Yeah. So let's see. May I have a general reading? Okay, let's do this. Let's do a what's up for Sunbla. Okay, so looking ahead for the next month or so to the end of the year. Looking ahead towards the end of the year, what's up for Sunbla? What's going on? 1 second, guys. I'm glad I remembered to bring water this time. So this other person had come into into my friends. I do think of it as our. I've been there for so long, but it's not my studio, it's hers. And this person had brought their own sort of apron, and it was really cool because it actually had these leggings like chaps attached to the apron, and it was super cool. And my friend and I were both looking at that going, okay. So, and when I was thinking, like, what in the world can I possibly give my friend? And I thought, I'll make her a really deluxe apron. So I also made chaps that attached to it. It's really nice. Hi, Tammy85. Yeah, I'm not there yet with you. You've got, let's see. Ooh, you've got a lot of people ahead of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 13 people ahead of you, Tammy. So just hold that question. Don't post it yet. And then as we go along here, like usually in the first hour, if I'm there for you, like when I'm reading I'm not saying this very well. Let me try again. So like in the first hour, if I'm calling you and you're not answering me, I will scroll back up and see if I can find your question and try to answer it. But after that, it starts getting really busy in here. And at that point, I need people to be here and then post their question when I call them. It saves a lot of time because then I'm not messing around scrolling up and down, and it's right there and we can just keep going. So yeah, if you could just hold on to that question, I would appreciate it. SK, you did not miss your turn. I'm about to read for Sunblah, and then Liz, and then you, SK. Okay, so you are absolutely going to get a read. So don't go too far away. Try and listen for your name. Okay. All right. So what is up for Sunblah? Sunblah. So moving ahead, looking forward for the next month or so, what is up for Sunblah? Where's she at right now? What's going on? Where is it going? Okay, that's one deck down. Okay. And once again, what's up for Sunblah? So we want to just do a general what's up. If there's any messages for Sunblah, if there's any advice, any communications, anything that Sunblah should know or be thinking about, or pragmatic advice that would help better Sunblah's outlook or life in general. If there's anything that you want to bring through with that, that would be great. Okay, so what's up, Sunblah? What's going on? Let's see what's going on here. Wow. All right. So we've got the significator card for you, interestingly enough. Sunblah is the Ace of Swords. And once again, I just described a little bit about the Ace of Swords in the last read, but the Ace of Swords is all about the realm of thought, right? And the swords also pertains to matters of justice, the law, right? Anything that has to do with documents or paperwork or anything like that lies within that realm, right? Because it's thought, and it takes a lot of thought to, deal with paperwork and so on. Like, for example, even just doing your taxes, right? It's horrible. But the other thing about that card is that that's somebody that signifies somebody that they don't really have a lot of patience for people that are like spinning tails or making excuses or procrastinating. Like if they want something done, they want it now. And if they want an answer, don't give me a story. Just give me the unvarnished truth and give it to me right now. That's kind of, I have a feeling that's kind of how you are. the card that's in the supporting position for you here that came up was the King of Swords. So that's, again, very interesting. The King of Swords, again, is somebody that's very grounded and pragmatic, but very intuitive, very sharp, like a sword, right? Cut through that BS. And then the card that's sort of overseeing you right at the moment is the High Priestess. So when you take that all together, we've got somebody that's in a really good mental space. They're very clear. They're very acute. They're really sharp, right? You can't pull the wool over their eyes. You know, they just cut right through it. And then they're also very attuned to what's going on in the unseen realm. So we're talking about people's motivations, agendas, you know, things like that. Like if somebody was trying to run a play on you, I think you'd see through it pretty quick. So where you're at right now seems to be a very good space mentally. Yes, very good. So now as we're moving forward, okay. Might be a little bit of stuckness moving ahead in the next month or two that has to do with finance. Like the potentiality is there. Like there, I think that you've got some good news coming to you about money, finances, that kind of thing. It's not materializing just yet, though, but it's there on the horizon. So you're moving closer to whatever that is. And that's a good thing. And then the other thing that's coming up with that, and that's the Page of Pentacles, by the way, and it's inverted. And then you've also got the Queen of Swords, and that's inverted as well. So it's interesting to me because you've got the King and the Queen of Swords. So, and once again, you know, when you see that Queen of Swords and it's inverted, right? So when I think of the Queen of Swords in the right way of things, we're talking about basically the meaning of that one is got to do with if there's any legal matters or, you know, documents that need signing or anything like that, you know, get those affairs in order. And what it's saying here is that you're not doing that, that you're kind of not doing that. And that might be part of why you're feeling a little bit stuck as you're moving ahead here in terms of the finances. So pay attention to those details as you're moving along. For example, you know, if there's some kind of a matter that needs to be attended to, don't put it off. Don't procrastinate. Just deal with it right then and there. Deal with it. And then floating over your head here, you've got Judgment, right? And then the Judgment card, people, when they see that one, they think, oh my God, I'm going to be judged. And it's not about that. It's actually a very powerful and positive card. And what it is talking about is it's about total honesty and cutting through. And there's that cutting through things again, which we see with the swords. But of course, this is a major arcana card, but it is about cutting through to the heart of the matter. You know, in this instance here, I think it's talking about, well, what's wrong? What's going on with my finances? So if there's some kind of a hiccup in your finances, and really start digging into those tiny fine details and get all that information and try to and use your intuition. That would be the High Priestess. Use your intuition to figure out what exactly is really going on so that you can make corrections or do whatever it is that you have to do. And the other thing about Judgment is that it has a deeper meaning, just the way dreams have different layers of meanings, right? So I just gave you the surface meaning, but I think the deeper meaning for Judgment has to do with really looking inside and figuring out what it is that really makes you happy. What is it that you're here for? And I'm talking about your soul's journey, right? Like your path. Like everybody is brought into this world with gifts that they can bring to that table, and they can share it with the world, right? And I'm getting chills of energy. And so, yeah, you know, figuring out what are my gifts and what would make me most happy. How can I figure out how to follow my soul's path, but also keep it in line with the fact that I'm here in the material world and I have to pay bills and I have to eat, right? So, you know, you've got some kind of deep kind of work to do there, and it seems to be spiritual. And then Yeah. And then as you're moving ahead, there won't be any reasons to look back with regret because you will have covered all those bases. You will be doing, and that's all that anybody can ever ask of anybody, right? Is just do your best. Do your best. And we do our best with whatever information we have at the time. And that's all that anybody can ask. And you will not have any regrets or feeling sorry like that you neglected some kind of detail. You'll be free. You'll be free to move on, knowing that you've done everything you can in your power. And I would also add, whatever it is that you're trying to do, and this is sort of a general note for anybody that's listening too, right? Whatever it is that you're trying to do, focus on the positive outcome, and also that positive outcome is not going to benefit just you, but also the people around you, right? Because that's what it's about, right? We're all here together and we support one another, and we're all connected, right? Like we're all connected on some level. So yeah, you want to be working for the good, not the bad. You know that. But anyway, that is my read for you, Sunblower. Whew, I got chills. Energy. Yeah, that's my read for you today. And thank you for coming in. It was really nice to see you as always. And you have a great weekend. Yeah. And we will see you soon. I hope. Okay. Let's see now. Where did we leave off here? All right. So the next person up is Liz. All right. So we're going to read for Liz and then SK and then Angel, Rahul, Kevin, Shika. And I'm going to stop right there. That's enough to read for now. There's more people. See? Okay. That's what the list looks like. But we're going to go on to Liz. All right. So, and Liz has posted her question. Okay. So Liz wants to know, what are Asher's next actions towards me? We're not in any contact right now. Okay. All right, so that's kind of a what lies between kind of a read. Same one that Naritia just got. Okay, so Liz wants to know, what are Asher's next actions towards him? We're not in any contact right now, so what's going on for Asher? Just a brief glimpse. I'm not trying to get into this person's head without their permission, but we just want to kind of get a sort of a general sense of things. And what's going on with Liz. Oh, and Shika wants to know when it's going to be their turn. 1, 2, 3. You got 5 people ahead of you, Shika. You're probably looking at least 30 to 40 minute wait. Okay. Yeah, so we want to know. Okay. So Liz is saying, I want to know what's in his mind regarding me. Okay. Right. So what is up? What's up with Asher? What's between them? Like, is Asher going to be contacting Liz at any time soon? What's going on? Well, okay, let me rephrase that, because I get this feeling like I'm not phrasing the question right. All right, fine. Okay. Okay, so what? All right, what's up with Asher in terms of like his thoughts and feelings towards Liz? Is there going to be contact between the two of them? Okay, let's try that. Whoop. Okay, so Asher's feelings towards Liz. Is he going to do any kind of contact? So how does he see Liz? I guess I like that better too. It's not intrusive, really. It's just wants to get some clarity on what's going on between the two of them, if anything. Oop. All right, so what are his thoughts, feelings towards Liz? Is there going to be contact? Is he going to reach out? All right. Yeah. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, so one of the first things that pops up here is that he does not see you as somebody that's like highly religious and kind of rigid with that kind of dogma that religion brings. You're more about spirituality. You're more about like you try to be honest and open and no facades. You're trying to be you're trying to get a clear communication, right? I think that the feeling that I'm getting from this is that like it's not like you haven't made your feelings for this person clear. Like they know. And in a way it's like sometimes guys like a challenge. Do you know what I mean? Like they like the chase. And I'm wondering if maybe he doesn't find you like you're not a challenge in that sense because he already knows that you're into him. Yeah, he already knows that you're into him. So it's not a challenge in that sense. It's not, you haven't engaged his hunter sort of instinct, I guess. I don't know how to put that. Is this person going to get a hold of you? What is that? All right. So is this person going to get a hold of you? You've got the Chariot here, and you've also got the Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups is not a yes or no, but it does talk about reviving old ties and kindling love. Like, that there could be like a kindling of love. Might not. I don't get the sense that it's here at this moment. Like I said, he's not feeling any urgency to make a move on you or to go after you. But when he does, it's going to be like that. The charioteer just uses everything he's got to drive towards his goal, kind of thing. And once they're set on their path, they just roll over any kind of opposition. So is this person going to? I'm just wanting to know if they're going to reach out for you. Or are you going to have to reach out for them? But I think you already have reached out for them. It's more about like, are they going to choose to respond to your overtures and reach back? It's probably a way to put it. So are they going to do that? Yes or no? Second. Yes or no? All right, give me an answer. Yes or no? Maybe. All right, let's ask the other deck really quick. Yeah, you're done reaching out. Yeah, it's like, how do I say? There's no more mystery there for him. He knows. He knows what you want. He knows. And he's kind of going, meh. Like, he's going, maybe I will. If it's convenient, if it's in my best interest, then yeah, maybe I will. But otherwise, it's like, yeah, I don't mind. They certainly don't mind you hanging on because it's like a ego boost. Okay. Okay, so is he going to reach back to you, knowing what he knows? Yes or no? Now I got no. And it's the Tower. The Tower is about there's two different meanings to the tower, right? When you see it one way, it's like a forceful, drastic change that comes upon you like lightning out of a blue sky, and it's not your doing. But the other reversal of that, it's also like a sudden ending. Boom, like it's done. Like no. And then when you look at it inverted the other way, it's still a no, but it's your choice. It's your choice, not somebody else's. So it seems like there's kind of a choice for you there, Liz. And one choice is to keep hanging on and pouring your guts out and spilling all that emotion out for someone that's sort of like going, or save it, put some of that back in that love, put it back in you, and then project that out. And perhaps when you close that door, another door will open, right? Like somebody, maybe save it for somebody that's, I'm not saying that this person is bad or anything. I'm just saying that, they're not really there. I'm not seeing anything there emotionally. Yeah. Find somebody more deserving, more open to what it is that you want, which would be like a committed, loving relationship, right? But yeah, deserving. So yeah, Liz, that is my read for you today. I hope it resonated. I hope it helps. And yeah, I wish you all the best working that out. Thank you so much for taking the time to come in and join me today. SK! Liz says thank you. You're welcome. Oh, and let me see, somebody else came in. Preeti. Hey, Preeti. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anybody else. Let's see. Okay, it looks like not. Okay, so let's write down Preeti. Okay. All right, SK, if you're here and you can hear me, it's your turn. It's your turn, SK. I'm going to start shuffling for you. Come on, SK. If you have a specific question, if you could post it, and I will check because we're not quite at the top of the hour here. So let me see. Oh, you've pasted your question above. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so SK wants to know, what are Niharika's feelings and thoughts for me? Do you see us dating by the end of the year? Does she find me good looking? Okay, that's a lot of different questions. So let's see. We'll ask the cards first of all. Okay, so it's the same kind of readings that I've been doing so far since I started. Okay, so SK wants to know about N. I'm just going to say N. It's easier for me to pronounce. So SK wants to know about N and what their feelings like. How do they see SK? SK wants to know if they think that SK is attractive. Is that right? Yeah, if they're attractive. Okay, so we just want to know what's up with Niharika in terms of how they're seeing SK. Let's divide that into two different questions. And then the second question will be, do you think that they'll be dating by the end of the year? Right? But we're going to start with this other one first. Okay, so how are they seeing SK? How are they seeing SK? And what was the other one? Yeah, are they going to be dating by the end of this year? And that would be a yes, no. Okay, so we're going to try again. All right, so again, SK wants to know how Niharika, I'm having a problem pronouncing that, wants to know how Niharika is seeing them, what kind of feelings they've got towards them, and if they're going to be dating by the end of this year. for example, do they find SK attractive physically? I would also say like mentally, emotionally too, right? Like, are you meeting on those sort of spheres as well? So that, you can form a real sort of a heart connection there and enjoy like a real loving sort of relationship. And will they be dating by the end of this year? Yes or no? And we'll see what we get there. Okay. All right, so how is this person viewing you, SK? Well, one of the things that's coming up here is the Queen of Rods. So we're talking about somebody that has, they're very demonstrative, they're very physically grounded, they're very sexual, they're very attractive physically, right? They're very vivacious. So they think that you're very pretty and you're very interesting and vivacious. That's what I'm getting out of that. We've also got Justice. And once again, the Justice card is somebody that kind of doesn't brook any excuses, like any procrastinations. Like when they want an answer, they want it right now. And they want to cut through. They don't have time for the superficial kind of stuff. They want to go deeper. They want to talk about soul and spiritual connections. They want like a deeper kind of connection. And they also see you as somebody that like, besides being grounded in the physical and, being vivacious and sexually attractive, you're also somebody that is in command of your money situation. Like, at least that's how they're perceiving you. You seem to have your stuff together. Yeah. So you've got 3 cards here that are positive for you. And then the other one is coming up. That's the Chariot, and it's inverted. So, when I look at that, I'm thinking, okay, so, you're good looking. You've got depth to you. You're not somebody that's shallow, and you seem to have your finances kind of in order there. Like, you've got a lot of positive qualities, but they're also seeing that there seems to be a bit of a lack of drive, like perhaps a lack of faith in oneself a little bit. And that seems like incongruent, because you should have all that, right? You've got a lot of really good stuff going for you. You know what I mean? And yeah, so maybe they feel like you're struggling just a little bit. And are you guys going to be dating by the end of this year? All right, let me just ask this other deck again. One deck is saying, you know what, this isn't something that you can plan. It's something, because you can't sort of it's like that dance between 2 people that are trying to get to know one another can't really be planned out. It's pretty spontaneous, and it's sort of an ephemeral kind of a thing, You click or you don't. So that's what one card is saying. And then the other one is saying, yeah, you could be dating by the end of this year. There's sort of a balance that needs to be found, though. So I don't know what that means. I'm going to just ask this other deck one more time. If you can give me a really clear yes, no. Are they going to be dating by the end of this year? yes or no? This one's not going to give me a clear yes, no. Let me just see. I would say that the omens are good. I think the omens are good. I think they see you as somebody that can be very loyal and thoughtful and kind, not just to herself, but to, animals, other people, so yeah, they see somebody that's got a lot of good qualities about them. Like, I'm not saying anything like, ooh, that they think that you're a horrible person or anything like that. All right, let me just go down to the comments here. Oh, SK says, hi, I came back. Did I miss something? And then SK says, yep, you pronounced it correct. Okay. Yeah, because that's my read for you, SK. And I wish you all the best there moving ahead. And have a great weekend. Thanks for being here today. It's always nice to see you. Okay. And what I do with my pen? Hey, lost my pen. Just a second. Oh, there it is. Okay, so the next person up is Angel. Mo wants to know if they missed their turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 more people ahead of you, Mo, and then it'll be your turn. So you didn't miss it. We've gone through 4 people, and we're going to go over to Angel now. Angel, if you're here, if you want to post your question. Sorry, that was my phone. Somebody's texting me. Let me just quickly see. Yeah. Angel, if you're here, you need to post your question. And Kevin's still here. Yay, good. Angel, if you're here, post your question. And if Angel doesn't answer Rahul, you're going to be up next. If Rahul doesn't answer and Angel doesn't answer, then we're going to go to Kevin. Okay? SK says thank you. You're welcome. Whew, it's hot in here. I'm suddenly broiling. Angel, if you're here, Angel, it's your turn. Okay, we're going to circle Angel. Rahul. Now, if Angel or Rahul are not here and they come back within the next, while I'm reading for the next couple of people, I'm going to have to stick them back in, right? Because they were here. But after a while, like I said, as we get closer and closer to the top of the, especially into the last hour, I'm not going to do that anymore. If you miss your turn, then you missed it. It gets increasingly like that. Angel, Rahul, you guys here? Okay, Kevin, post a question. Let's go. Give them a chance to answer. And meanwhile, you're here, so we might as well go to you, right? So yeah, Kevin. Kevin's probably writing his question right now. So I'll just give him a second here. All right, so I'm going to just start shuffling for you, Kevin, so we don't waste any time. All right, so the next read's going to be for Kevin. Oh, Preeti says, love you, ma'am. Looking awesome today. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, Kevin wants a general, a what's up. General messages for Kevin. Pragmatic advice, pointing out anything that Kevin maybe needs to know that he hasn't thought of asking about. Any good news, anything that he should be looking out for. What's up for Kevin in the next couple of months, moving ahead here. Where's Kevin at now? And, what's up in the next little bit moving ahead. So that's what we're asking here. Okay. All right. And then I'll just quickly ask the other deck. Oh, the red suits me. Thank you. Yeah, I like red. I like red quite a bit. Okay, so this is for Kevin. And Kevin, we're doing a what's up. So, what's going on right now for Kevin. If there's any messages, any blessings coming his way, any pragmatic advice, anything that he should be maybe looking at to draw his attention to because it's something that he didn't know and needs to know about, or, messages. Whoop. Okay. So we just had a card jump out of the deck. I'm just going to put it aside. And, yeah, we'll see if it has any bearing on what's going on. Whoop. Okay, so yeah, what's up for Kevin? Whoop. Okay. Moving ahead. Oh, Kevin says the red really makes you stand out. Thank you. Okay, so where's Kevin at right now? So, okay, where's Kevin at right now? So the card that's coming up for you is as your significator, Kevin, would be the 7 of Pentacles. Now, in the right way, it's inverted. Now, in the right way, it's interesting because the other card that's supporting you is also inverted, and that's the Knight of Rods. And I'm giving you those names so that if you want to go look this stuff up for yourself, you could maybe get more information than what is coming off the top of my head. So it's interesting, all right? Because like what it's telling me is that you have been doing a lot of work. You've been putting your energy into lots of different little projects. You've been really, it's not like you've been sitting on your behind on a sofa, you have been out there doing your best and putting in work and effort. And you should, by rights, you should be experiencing a payoff right now, in the sense, like, it's like a farmer, right? You've planted those seeds and watered them and tended them, and now they're starting, then they've sprouted, and there should be all this fruit there for you, but it's not quite there. And that passion and drive, which would be the Knight of Rods, is also a little bit lacking, and it's because there's something hovering over you. And you've got the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is all about, there's some kind of a choice that you need to make, and it's sort of an unhappy choice. And it's interesting because the card that came leaping out of the deck was the Devil, and that one talks about toxic influences or toxic relationships, toxic situations. So I'm wondering if there's perhaps somebody there in your life that is kind of like a weight or an anchor around your neck, maybe a bit of a drag, that's sucking your energy. And your choice is, are you going to keep putting up with that, or are you going to cut that shit out? It's like, yeah. So there's something going on there. Now I'm that's just the first line. I haven't, or if not cut it out, at the very least, deal with it and confront it and deal with it. Don't kind of turn your eyes away and then let whatever that is fester, right? Because it's just going to get, it's like an abscess, it'll just get fatter and fatter and fatter with like pus and stuff, and you want to like drain that thing, and that's lance it and drain it. And it's interesting because as we're moving forward here, wow, suddenly everything's coming into focus here, and where you were feeling like perhaps you didn't have a lot of drive. Moving ahead, in support of you, you've got the King of Swords, and these ones are all right way up the way they should be. Oh, and by the way, this one that was talking about the difficult choice was the right way up as well. But as you're moving ahead, wow, I mean, wow. It's really positive because, okay, you've got like this one here, the 6. That's interesting because I was just saying how, the devil card was talking about toxic relationships and that there's some kind of an unhappy choice coming, or that there's something hanging over your head. There's something bugging you that you really, you're going to have to make a decision about it, but you don't really want to, you know? It's interesting because we always know what it is that we really need to be doing. It's just that sometimes we don't want to do it, when you'd rather just be like, I don't even want to look, I don't even want to deal with it. Fuck, right? And it keeps coming around and getting in your face, and you're like, and it's because you got to deal with it. But so as we're moving ahead here, wow, you've got the King of Swords in support, and that one is somebody again that real mastery of the inner realms, like thoughts, and part of what that would mean is that other people's opinions and judgments don't really hold a lot of water anymore, because you know who you are and you're comfortable in your own skin, and you know who you are. So nobody can like throw a label at you and make you go, oh my God, like it just doesn't happen. You're very clear. You're very, very decisive and clear about what it is that you want as you're moving ahead. So whatever that indecision is, that was kind of that stuckness as you're moving ahead here to the end of the year, that is going to totally turn around. And the other thing about this Six of Cups, well, when I look at it, right, whenever I see that one, it always makes me think of the Marriage card. And again, that card talks about like reviving old ties, rekindling love. So I'm wondering if like maybe the person that's near you now is not really the right match. Maybe there was somebody else that's more appropriate for you. But at any rate, the other card that's floating over the whole spread here, as I've turned it over here, is the Star. And again, the Star is talking about being comfortable in your own skin, and it's just a super positive card. It's like the big green light. So whatever it was that was holding you back is like, poof, gone. I mean, totally gone. and suddenly it's like full steam ahead. The sails are spread. The wind is at your back, and you're just going, moving forward there. And yeah, just being really comfortable in your own skin, knowing who Kevin is. And then you become this, the King of Cups. The King of Cups is somebody that is like, it's like the modern day Renaissance person, right? Intellectual, yes. Also very empathic, somebody that is willing to listen to others, and they don't make judgments right away. They want to look at all the different sides of things, and they have understanding, they have empathy, they have compassion. That does not stop them from being the King of Swords, though. Right? Like if there's a reason to whip out the sword, then you're going to do it. But in the meantime, yeah, no, it's like a softer side of you. And also the King of Cups is somebody that, like they're very intellectual. They have a lot of varied interests. This is somebody that's deep. Like they've got a lot of stuff going on under the surfaces, and, as they say, still waters run very deep, right? And that would be a good description of you. So yeah, it actually looks really positive moving ahead for you, Kevin. So yeah, that is my read. That's what's come up for you. And Kevin's laughing and saying, where are my fruits at? That's a loaded question. I'm not even going to go there. I've got such a dirty mind. My mind, I think you can guess where my mind went. I'm like, no, I'm not going to go there. But yeah, no, moving ahead, it looks super positive for you. So yeah, thank you. Thanks for your question. Thanks for being here today, Kevin. I really appreciate you being here. And yeah, have a great weekend. It's nice to see you. Okay, so Kevin's been read for. So Shika is saying that they've posted already. Oh, okay, Shika. Wow, you're on it because you're next. Haven't seen Angel and I haven't seen Rahul. Oh, hey. Hi, Pam. Got some new people here. Okay, let's write down Pam's name. Hi, Pam. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Shika, Kevin, Beatrice. Hi, Beatrice. Beatrice. Oh, Kevin is saying thank you so much. That really resonated with him. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, let's see. So we've got everybody here on the list. All right. So yeah, and Shika already posted their questions. So Shika's on the ball. All right. Oh, and let me just quickly. So I'm about to read for Shika, and then Mo, and then Martha, and then Subliminal Galaxy, and then Priyanka. Uh-oh, I can't read my own writing. Oh no. What is that? Zainab, and then Satan, Tammy 85, Preeti, Pam, and Beatrice. Okay? So let's go to Shika. And Shika said that they had posted. Okay. What? Wow, there sure is a lot of people asking the same kind of question here today. It's sort of the theme for today is like, how does this other person view them? And yeah, true intentions. Okay, Shika. Siddharth. Okay, so we want to know what's up with Siddharth, just in the sense of like what his feelings and intentions are for Shika. Okay. Sorry, I have to keep checking that name. Siddharth. How does Siddharth view Shika? Yeah. Yeah. What are their feelings towards? Let's see if I got that right. Sorry, I'm a little. I keep blanking on the names because they're very different from names that I would know. Okay, Shika wants to know what's Siddharth. Okay, Siddharth. So yeah, what is Siddharth's feelings and intentions for Shika? So we want to know like how he views her. If there's any like intentions, for example, to maybe pursue romantically, or is there any kind of, bond there? Like what's this person's motives and intentions, and like what's going on with them? Let me see. Okay, what do they think about true intentions? Okay, sorry, I was just wondering if okay, never mind. It's not there. Okay, so once again, Shika wants to know about Siddharth. Hey, Banu, how are you? Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. So Banu is saying like that they subscribe. That's what I keep forgetting to say is like if you do like your read, if you could give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. It helps with the algorithm, and if you want to subscribe, that'd be great. Okay. All right. Somebody named is saying that they've also subscribed. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, so we want to know about Siddharth. Like, what is Siddharth's feelings towards Shika? How is he viewing this person? If there's any, I don't even, I was going to say if there's any like romantic intentions, but you know what? We just want to know what the intentions are, period. So, yeah, what's going on? What's up? All righty. All right, so the first thing that's coming up here is that this person is not being clear at all with you. You don't know what their intentions are. And yeah, there's no truth coming forward. There's no, there's no intentions. There's nothing is clear. And that is reflected in this card, which happens to be Judgment, and it's inverted. So we're talking about that, no, the truth's not coming out. You've also got the Three of Cups, and that's also inverted. So, you know, we're talking about, and I'm telling you this so that if you want to get more information, you can look this up for yourself later. Okay. Now, in the right way of things, the Three of Cups in the right way up would be talking about, you know, celebration and like just enjoying the fruits of life and enjoying life together and family and friends and so on. And that's not what's coming up here. So not seeing you as a friend. They're not being forthright about what they think. And I hate to say it, but I'm kind of get the feeling here that they're interested in you for your money. I could be totally out to lunch there, left field. Yeah, I'm just getting the feeling. I'm getting like one thing that I'm seeing here, and I'm seeing it in context with these other cards. So there's not an emotional connection. They're not being forthright and honest, but they do see you as somebody that pays the bills, right? And the other card's talking about managing emotional priorities. So I'm just thinking, you know what? Yeah, I get the feeling that this is someone that's actually more interested in you for what they can gain. I know I'm going out on a limb saying that, but yeah. Yeah. Okay. And yeah. I hate to say this because it really sounds mean, but I think that they see you as somebody that's emotionally sort of needy, and that you need reassurances and stuff, and that you do feel things like you can be made to somebody that can be manipulated emotionally, because you know you can be made to feel guilty, you can be made to regret stuff, like you're wearing your heart on your sleeve, and this person is just like a blank wall, and there's a reason for that, and that's because I don't think their intentions are that terrific. That's just the feeling I'm getting from these cards. So yeah, that's your answer, and that's what the cards are giving you today. And I hope it resonates, and I hope it helps you moving ahead. And just thank you for being here today. It was lovely to see you. And yeah, have a great weekend. Okay. Let's go on to Mo. You see now, Beatrice. Hey, Pam. Beatrice. Shika saying thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling, Shika, that I'm getting. Okay. I see. Beatrice. I'm just looking at the list here to make sure I didn't skip anybody here. So we got Banu Vyas. Banu, because I'm an English speaker, you're gonna have to write in English for me. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Jessica. Jessica. Okay, let's get your name there. Katie. Oh, Katie's just saying hi. Hi, Katie. Nice to see ya. Hope you're doing good. Okay. Oh, and Mo is here. Oh, and then we've got Nita Abbas. Okay. All right. So we're going to call the primary list closed at this point. In fact, we kind of went over. That's a big primary list. So yeah. Anybody else that comes in after this, I definitely cannot guarantee that I'm going to get to you, but I'll still take your name down just in case, because sometimes people leave, they get called away. So you never know. But yeah, fills up fast. Okay, let me just pick up these cards. Hey, Banu, there's no point in posting your question just yet because I'm not anywhere near you. There is, let's see, 1, 2, 3. There's 11 people ahead of you. So you're probably looking at least an hour. Okay. All right. Yeah, Mo. We're looking at Mo. Sorry, you guys that are posting the questions right now. Jessica, I put your name down. You are on the list. Jessica says thank you. Yep. You're welcome. Okay, so let me go back. So we were reading for Mo, and I know that Mo just posted their question. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, so Mo just wants to know. Everybody's asking the same question today. So pretty much. So today it's all about how does somebody else feel about them? Okay, so Mo wants to know how Salah feels about them. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so this is a what's up for Mo, who wants to know how Salah feels about them. So what are their intentions? How do they feel about this person? So in other words, what good qualities do they see? What not so good qualities do they see? Do they have romantic feelings? Is there any other kind of feelings there? All right, so yeah, Mo wants to know. Mo wants to know. All right, so yeah, we want to know how Salah is feeling about Mo. Oh. All right. So Mo wants to know about Salah. Once again, this is for the other deck. So Mo, this reading is for Mo, wants to know about this person, like what they think of them. When they look at them, what do they see? What qualities are they seeing? Like, is there any romantic kind of connection there? I would imagine that's probably what you want to know. All right, so let's see what we got here. Well, so it's kind of interesting, Mo, because the Queen of Pentacles came up twice for you, and one time it's inverted and the other time it's upright, and so they kind of cancel each other out. So I'm looking at that going, well, He's not seeing you as somebody that he wants to get money from. That's for sure. It's not about that. It seems like he's also seeing somebody that is, they're kind of spiritually deep, like they're looking for love. That's what he's seeing when he looks at you. You've got your heart on your sleeve kind of a person. You've got a lot of emotional depths there to be plumbed. Just wondering what else is that. Yeah, just somebody that's out there actively looking for like that emotional attachment. Okay, that didn't really tell us a whole lot. Let's see. Let's be more direct. Okay, so hang on one second. Yeah, you want to know if this person has, there we go. All right, I'm just looking at your comment now, Mo, and you're saying, how does Saleh feel about me? Okay, so we already did that. Does he have romantic feelings towards you? That would be the real question, right? Okay, so does he have romantic feelings for you? Does Saleh have romantic feelings towards Mo? Yes or no? What is that? Okay. Let's check with the other deck. So sorry, I have to keep checking the name so that I get it right. Yeah, Saleh. Okay, so does Saleh have romantic feelings towards Mo? Yes or no? Okay, so it's interesting. Both cards. So the first deck said yes, but it's tempered. Like that I think the feeling I'm getting here is that there's a need for some balance that he's looking for and that he's not seeing just at the moment. The other card that's coming up is saying maybe, and it's also inverted and it's the Emperor. So what that's telling me is like, okay, needs a little more balance, needs more maturity. So I think he's looking at you like, yeah, you're potentially someone I could be into, but he's seeing like that there's a little bit of growing up that you need to do still. Like, yeah. And maybe being a little bit scattered and he's seeing you as somebody that's a little bit scattered. Your energies are sort of like erratic and all about, and that you need to be more grounded. You need to be more focused, more mature. And he's looking for that kind of balance within you. So it's not just about like spiritual and what's out there. It's also what's going on here. Like what's happening right here in the physical material world. Like be grounded. So yeah, that is my answer. I hope it resonates. I hope it helps you. And yeah, thank you for coming in today and spending a little bit of your precious time with me. Okay, so yeah. Okay, Martha, if you're here, it's your turn. It's your turn, Martha. Okay, let me just... Banu is saying, ma'am, your reading is accurate. Some people comment, so please do my reading. Yeah, Banu, I'll read for you if we can get to you. I think you've got a good chance here. I'm trying to read for Martha. I'm about to read for Martha, and after Martha is Subliminal Galaxy, and then Priyanka, and then Zainab, and then Satan, and then Tammy, Preeti, Pam, Beatrice, Banu, Jessica, and Nilda Abbas. Okay. Did I miss anybody here? I see some new names. Let me see. We got Jessica. Yep. We got Banu. Yep. Nita. Yeah. Okay. Mo. Envy. Okay. NV. All right. NV. Hi. Yeah. Thanks. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so Martha wants to know, can I please? All right, so we want to do what's up for Martha, and we want to know specifically about like finances and love moving ahead. So what's up for Martha right now, and then moving ahead the next couple months. So what's going on, Martha? Give me 1 second. So what's going on for Martha right now and moving ahead in the next little bit? And she would like to know about finances. She'd like to know about any possible love coming up. And I would add also if there's any other, communications, pragmatic advice, wisdom, things that Martha should be thinking about that perhaps she hasn't thought of moving ahead. If there's any helpful words of wisdom, please let that come through. We'd appreciate that very much. Okay, so what's up for Martha? Moving ahead. And same question. Second deck. So yeah, what is going on right now for Martha? Moving ahead next couple months, but also right now, any words of wisdom, any messages, any blessings coming Martha's way, any romance, what's up with the finances, all that kind of stuff. Any good advice you can give. Anything that Martha forgot to ask, but is something that needs to be looked at to allow her to move forward in a positive way that is going to benefit her. Okay. Okay. So, Martha, the card that's coming up for you as your significator right now is the Two of Pentacles. The number 2 itself has to do with harmony and balance. You can see on the imagery on this card that this is somebody that's starting, it's like a new beginning for you. So you're in the early stages of a new beginning, and it's like going off on a journey sort of a thing. And we're talking about financially. So that could be perhaps, for example, starting a new job. It might be, that you're considering a new career for yourself, or a new sort of moving forward, a new beginning, a new career path, that kind of thing, new job. And that is supported by the Knight of Pentacles. And again, there's Pentacles. Now, that particular Pentacle, the Knight, that is somebody that they're not young. They're like in the prime of their life, and it's somebody that's very confident and grounded and assured, and they know that they've got the tools in their toolbox. They know that they can manifest whatever it is that they need, and in terms of money, in order to get them through whatever it is that they're going through in that moment. So I'm seeing like that on the surface, it's like, yeah, you're feeling a little uncertain and it's all new and you're starting on this new path. But really, I think deep down inside, that you've got the right tools, you've got the right stuff, and you can, you can make stuff happen. You can do this. The card that's floating over you that is sort of overseeing this right now is the Ace of Swords. And once again, the Ace is all about hitting that mark. If you're gonna like shoot an arrow and hit that mark, you've got to visualize it already hitting the mark. And then when you shoot, it's kind of like, it makes me think of a martial arts move where when you punch for somebody, you're not aiming at their face. You're actually visualizing it going right through their head. Like you're actually punching right through them. And when you put that kind of power into it, you can knock them flying, kind of thing. And so that's kind of like the Ace of Swords. But it's also about like a real focus and an intuitive clarity, knowing what it is that you need to do, and then having the energy and the power to make those decisions and stand by them and go for it. Do you know what I mean? So you've got like a real sharp clarity focus going on, and yeah, you're starting something new. And you do have them, you've got the right stuff. You've got what it takes. And then as we're moving ahead here, the card that's directly on your path would be the Emperor. And the Emperor is talking about somebody they've been to the rodeo a few times already, and they do know what they're doing, and they are mature, and they are grounded, and they're pragmatic, and they're reasoned. They're not ruled by emotion. They look at all the information and think about what they're going to do, and then they make a reasoned decision. They don't react to stuff. So the message there is like, if anything's coming at you, like, don't react. Don't like do a snap judgment and react emotionally. Like really take in whatever information you got to take in, and then let it percolate in there, and know that the answers are in there, and that the answers will come to you. And sometimes, what I will do is I'll take in all that information and I'll go to bed and sleep on it, and I'll ask for that solution to be given to me in the dream, and then you wake up and you'll have the answer. And that happens quite a bit. The other card that's in the supporting position as we're moving forward for you, Martha, is the 5. It's the Hierophant. So I'm thinking because of the position that it's in, and you are starting something new, and yes, you've got faith in your ability to manifest money and to manifest solutions, and to hit that mark. But the other thing is that you have faith. And in your case, I'm thinking that, and this is a bedrock thing, right? That you've got a lot of faith. Now, you might think of it as faith in God. I would say faith in oneself, but you would say faith in God, right? But at any rate, it's all about like having that connection to the divine that works through you, right? Because we are connected to something that is bigger than us, and you could think of it as divinity, or you could think of it as source, you can think of it as God. Like, people put different labels on this thing, but it's like a larger version of oneself, I think. And all that knowledge and what to do and the answers are contained within you, and you just got to look for them, right? And look inside and trust yourself, right? Love yourself, trust yourself. But at any rate, that is something that is going to be supporting you as you're moving ahead. And I think that you are going to find that your wishes are going to start coming true for you. Like, the things that you dream are not impossible to dream, and you're going to start seeing some manifestation of that. Yeah. So like, we always have this potentiality, like, because our thoughts are things, right? So you can choose to linger in negativity and think toxic thoughts and tell yourself no, or you can choose freedom and say, you know what, I'm going to detoxify whatever these toxic things are. I'm going to flush them out of my system and put in new programming that's going to be beneficial for me. And I'm going to say, yeah, I can do this. And yeah, I do have the right stuff. And I am worthy. And anything that I want to manifest can be within my grasp, right? Like it's a totally different way of, it's a very tiny shift in perception where instead of focusing on the negative and what's wrong and what's lacking, now you're focusing on the positive and what you do have and being grateful for what you do have, and then taking whatever it is that you have and trying to build with it and make it into something greater, because we are creators, right? We are actually like the gods. We create, and that is a godly act. And so, not everybody can do that. But yeah, so as we're looking here, moving ahead, it's looking really good for you. You're going to find yourself feeling really stable and grounded, and all that past experience that you've had is going to really help you moving on, because this ain't your first rodeo. So yeah, that's my read for you, Martha, and I hope it resonates. I hope it helps you. Thank you for coming in today. It's nice to see you, and I wish you all the best. Have a great weekend. Let me see. Martha's saying, I needed to hear that. I guess I need to believe in myself more. Yeah. It's interesting because everything starts from the non-material, right? It starts with like thoughts and what you think and feel about yourself, right? And you got to love yourself, and you got to believe in yourself. And when you're trying to do something, try to focus. And I know it's hard. I'm human too, right? And I fall into this kind of mind trap myself, and then I have to dig myself out of it. But, focus on the positive outcome. And when those negative thoughts come, just observe and then let them float right back on out again. And give yourself positive affirmations and believe in yourself, because you do have the tools. You've got like life experience, like I was just listening to somebody the other day, and they were talking about how, right, our minds, our mind is different from when we're 20 to when we're like 35 to when we're 40 and so on. And your mind actually matures and the thought is that it isn't until you're past 40 that your mind is really starting to become mature, where you can really, because you've got that life experience, that richness of experience that you can look back on and then draw from. There is something to be said about wisdom coming with age, right? And that's also the emperor, right? That's the emperor. From experience comes wisdom. So, yeah. Anyway, okay. So that was Martha. So Subliminal Galaxy is next. Okay. So yeah, Subliminal Galaxy. If you are here, if you could put up your hand, say hi, and post your question, it is your turn. Okay, let me just go. There's been a lot of commenting going on. Nightingale, please don't spam the comment section. Like asking like the same question over and over at me is not going to get me to jump this line and go straight to you, right? I have to read for the people as they come in. And I haven't even got your name down yet. I was reading for Martha. Okay, so yeah, like don't jump so hard on me here. We'll get to you if we can. Okay, so I left off at envy. Okay, so, and I just read for Martha. Let me see. We've got Nita, yeah. Okay, so let's write down your name, Nightingale. Oh, and then Fire. Fire, let's write your name down. Fire says, hi, how are you? It's Mick, long time I did not see you. And then they've got a question. Okay, Fire, just so you know, just hold on to that question because I can't answer you right now. There's a whole bunch of people ahead of you. Right? Looks like that. Okay, so yeah. And then Rutuja, Ratuja, Rutujamhatre. Okay. Martha says, thank you so much, Sola. You're welcome. You're welcome. And hey, you know, I mean, I'm human too, and I struggle with that stuff too. I think that it's a pretty basic thing that a lot of people struggle with. Okay, so Nisha wants to know when it is their turn. Nisha, where are you? Let's see, Ratuja, yep. Oh, Joao. Oh, hey, Joao. Hey, Joao, nice to see you. Okay, Ratuja, I've added your name. And then Joao. Okay, now, Nisha, when did Nisha come in? Sorry, guys, let me just see. Did I miss you or something? I don't think I missed anybody. I try to be really careful about not missing people. Okay, I think Nisha is somebody that just came in because they're not back here. Okay. Nope. Okay. Yeah, Nisha, you are right after Rutuja. Nisha. Okay. So yeah, Nisha, you've got a lot of people ahead of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 16 people ahead of you, Nisha, and we are climbing up now. We're approaching the top of the hour, and then there's 1 more hour left. I highly doubt I'm going to get to you, to be honest. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, there's quite a few people ahead of you. Okay, so Banu wants to know when it's going to be their turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You've got 9 people ahead of you, Banu. So I've been calling for Subliminal Galaxy. It's your turn. And if you don't show up, then we're going to move to Priyanka. And after Priyanka, it's Zanab and then Satan. So yeah, Subliminal Galaxy, it's your turn. It's your turn. Okay, I'm going to circle your name. You're not here. Okay, Priyanka. Priyanka, if you're here, it's your turn. Priyanka. Yeah, see, you know, guys, people get called away. So just because you're way down here and I'm over here doesn't necessarily mean you're not going to get a reading, okay? Because people do get called away. Oh, hey, Kamisha. Kameshia. Kamisha. Beatrice. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 6 people ahead of you, Beatrice, but just hang on. Don't take off because I have a feeling that some of these people have been called away. So Priyanka is not answering. How about Zanab? It's spelled Zainab. Zanab, are you here? It's your turn. And if it's not Zanab, then I'm going to go to Satan. Hello. Oh, here we go. Zanab is here. Thank you. Thanks for posting that. Okay, so we're going to read for Zanab, and then the next person up is Satan, and then Tammy 85, Preeti, Pam, Beatrice. Okay, that's where we're at. Tammy wants to know if they're there on the list. Yes. I'm about to read for Zanab, and then if Satan's here, I'm going to read for him, and then Tammy 85, you're after that. So don't wander off too far because it won't be much longer now for you. Okay. You are absolutely on the list. Okay, so let's see. Zanab is saying, Nisha, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 14 people ahead of you, Nisha, and I've got an hour and 45 minutes, or an hour and 15 minutes. Unless a lot of people leave, or get called away, I honestly don't think I'm even going to be able to get to you. If you really want to be sure that you get a reading, I recommend people please show up within the first 30 to 45 minutes on the live stream and get your name on there, and then stick around and I will get to you. Yeah. Sorry, Nisha. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to you today. I'm really sorry. Okay. And Kamisha says, thank you. I finally caught you live. Okay, so let me focus on Zanab now. Okay, I'm going to ignore the comments for a few minutes now so I can look at, I can focus. Okay, so Zanab wants to know, my question is, Muhammad Ali, really? Muhammad Ali? Wasn't that a famous boxer? I'm pretty sure that was a really famous boxer. Okay. All right, so it looks like Zanab is about to, they're going to have a reconciliation, and they're going to be meeting up after a long time, and they would like to know, Zanab would like to know, what's his reaction going to be when he sees her, right? Okay. All right, so I'm trying to think. Let me think. How do I phrase that? Okay, so when Muhammad sees Zanab after such a long absence, is his reaction going to be positive? Well, I would certainly hope so. I would certainly hope so. Okay, but let's try that first. So when Muhammad finally does meet up with Zanab again after this long period of absence, and they come together to reconciliate, is it going to be positive? Is his reaction to her going to be positive? Yes or no? Where did it go? Well, the first deck gave me, I asked twice just to be sure, from that deck, and the first card up was Death, and the second one was the Devil. Now, Death is actually not a negative card. Death is about transformation, right? So I'm looking at that and I'm going, that makes me think, well, it's not going to be the same. There's some kind of a transformation there. If it's positive or negative, we're not sure yet. Yeah, it's interesting because obviously the Devil card is talking about negative toxic relationships, but the other one, Death, is talking about a transformation of that. So it's kind of like, was it negative and toxic before? And you're hoping that this time around it might be better. Just wondering if it could be that. So again, we want to know if when Muhammad and Zanab try to reconciliate, I don't know if that's even a word, but you know what I mean. Is that going to have a positive outcome? Yes or no? Okay, so now we get the Magician. And the magician, unlike those other two cards, which was death and the devil, this one is a positive yes. And it's very interesting because it's like where you place those thoughts and what you're focusing on is what you end up manifesting, right? And it's interesting. So it's like it's talking about manifesting things, and then when you look at it, it's like, okay, so if it was kind of negative and toxic before, which is why you separated, when you come back together now, is there going to be a transformation? Well, we got the death card. That would be yes. Is it going to be a positive one? The magician says yes. And once again, it's where you're placing your energy and attention is what you're manifesting, right? So if you're both in a good emotional, mental space, the outcome is going to be positive. Hey, R wants to know if they can be added. Yeah, I will add you. I'm just in the middle of reading, though. Just give me a few minutes here. Okay, so Zanab says, yeah, our relationship was toxic before. Okay, so that makes sense. All right, so then really I think what the question is, because we've already found that out with the card, right, that said, yeah, it was actually very toxic. So if they reconcile now, is it going to be a positive outcome for the both of them? Okay. So that's kind of what we want to know, right? It could be, maybe. Yeah, you know what? It's interesting because what I'm getting here is like it's sort of balanced on like an edge, and it's like if it's good, it's going to be really good, as in like wishes coming true good, and if it's bad, it's really bad. Okay, so let's ask the other deck real quick. So if they reconcile, is the outcome going to be positive for the both of them, right? Is it going to be beneficial and positive for the both of them? Yes or no? Well, interestingly enough, we get the Lovers, and that's a yes. So it might have been toxic before. It's interesting because this came too. So right now it's like this, like upside down, and it was toxic before. But you know what? If you can turn it around the right way up this time, then look what you get. You know, mutual affection, mutual emotional connection, things flowering between the two of you, where before it was kind of a toxic wasteland, you know? So it all depends on where this person's head is at now, and if they and yours, and if you're both focused on like a positive thing instead of how it was before. But transformation, the death card is saying, yeah, there's going to be a transformation here, and it is looking like it could be good. So that is the read for you. And yeah, thanks for being here today. Thanks for coming in. You have a great weekend. It's nice to see you. Okay, so that was the nap. So Satan, it is your turn. It's your turn, Satan. Satan says, fuck bitches, get money. Joao wants to know, did you add me? I did. I have to say, though, Joao, that there's a lot of people here. I can't guarantee I'll be able to get to you. Yeah, if you guys really want a reading, you got to come within the first 30, 45 minutes of the read, just to be sure. And then there's lots of times, yeah, where there's people on the secondary list and they do get in because a whole big chunk of people on the primary get called away. So you never know. You never know. I might get to you. Who knows? Let's see. So I'm asking Satan. Hey, Satan, it's your turn. Yeah, if you want to post your question, it's your turn. And then after Satan, we've got Tammy 85. And after Tammy is Preeti, and then Pam, and then Beatrice, and then Iz, and then Banu, and then Jessica, Nita, Envy, Nightingale, Fire, Rituja, Nisha, Joao, Kamshia, and then R. Okay, so that's where we're at. Okay. Okay, so Satan wants to know, what does Thoth have to say? Okay. So Satan's looking for messages from Thoth. Here, 1 second. Let's get this one. If there's anything that Satan needs to know, basically, what does Thoth have to say about it? All right, so Satan wants to know if Thoth has anything to say. There's still 6 people ahead of you, Banu, just so you know. Okay, I'm not going to look at the comments now for a few minutes, so I can try to, unless I'm just double checking to see if Satan has anything else to say. Okay, Joeo's come back. Yay! Okay, all right. So Satan just wants to know what Thoth might have to say about whatever it is he's doing, or if there's any messages or so on. Okay, so yeah, what's going on? It's interesting because one of the cards that popped out was the Knight of Swords, which was Andras. So just saying, he popped out, and that is somebody that gets what they want. Right. So what do we have here? Okay, Satan. So I put out some cards to try to sort of see if there's any messages from Thoth, if there's anything that, he wanted to say to you. So one thing that's coming up here is that there's going to be some good news coming your way that has to do with money and finances. And that's interesting because that's the Page of Pentacles, and then the 10. The 10 of Swords is also here, and that one is actually about victory. And yeah, it's interesting because I know that you were trying to get some working to work for you, and it wasn't working, and perhaps this means that it's finally going to start to work. You've also got the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups has to do with chasing, well, the number 3 itself numerologically is about chasing your dreams, right? The 3 itself actually also has to do with the message coming from that one would be like, get ready to party. That there's going to be some joyful celebrations. So it's interesting. That's some kind of positive stuff, right? I'm about to be rolling in the dough like Donald Trump. Just that a favorable outcome is nigh. So you've got the 10 of Swords, which is like a winged victory. You've got good news about finances, and you've got get ready to celebrate that there's going to be a favorable outcome for you at last, right? And what else do we have here? Okay, so this card right now is inverted, and it's interesting the position that it's in because it's sort of floating. It's floating over your head in the unseen position, I guess. So this would be indicative of something that perhaps is on your mind. And it's inverted, like I said, and the right way up, it talks about well-deserved respect, well-deserved. What's the word? Talks about like well-deserved. Sorry, I'm having a blank moment. What's that word? Like well-deserved success. Thank you. And I'm kind of wondering if it's like maybe in your own head you're kind of feeling like, I don't know if this is ever going to work out, and you're feeling a little bit down about stuff and kind of going, I don't know. And you know, if I'm going to get what I want, if I can move ahead, and feeling a little bit like, God damn it, and stifled, you know what I mean? And meanwhile, these other three cards, the message is, you know, get ready to celebrate. Favorable outcome is nigh. Good news about money. And that you're going to finally get what you want. So yeah. You said respite. Respite. I can't remember what I said. I mean, when I'm reading, I'm saying whatever it is that's coming to me to say. And then like, sometimes it's like 2 minutes later, you can ask me, what did you just say? And I'll be like, I don't know. Because it's like, I feel like I'm the conduit and stuff just comes through. And so, yeah, I can't even remember now what I said about respite. 1 second here. I want to ask the other deck. Okay, so is there any word about Thoth? Or sorry, from Thoth. Once again, this is for Satan. He would like to know if there's any messages. If there's anything else that you can add to the message the other deck just gave, that would be great. Just want to know if there's anything extra here that we can add for Satan. What's going on? Aha, I had a feeling that would be the case. Yeah, okay, so this is very interesting because, oh wow, and here it is again, 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups. Joyful celebration nigh. Right? Yeah, no, it's very interesting here because the card that I had a feeling this card was going to come, and I wanted to see if it would, and it did. And that would be the King of Swords, and that is Thoth. That's the card that Thoth is attached to, and it's coming up in a supporting position. So that's interesting. The other one that's coming up in another supporting position. So you've got, as the bedrock, you've got the King of Swords, which is Thoth. And then sort of in the unseen realm above that's floating over you, you might say, you've got the King of Pentacles, and that is Set. Okay. So that's interesting. Yeah. And then you've got, like I said, the three of Cups showed up again. So that is very cool. And then the one that is in the interior position is the 6 of Cups. And that is a very positive card, right? And that one is talking about family values and replenishment and reviving old ties. So I'm looking at that to mean like that perhaps it has something to do with family ties, like there's something there. I also do look at this card. When I see this card, the symbology of this one, it always makes me think of like marriage as well. And just like, again, favorable outcome, very favorable outcome. And, you know, the thing that you've got a lot of emotion and energy being put into is coming, is there. It's blossoming. It's there. Yeah. So yeah, that's my read for you, Satan. And oh, Satan says you're fine. I can barely remember what I had for lunch. Yeah, I hear that. Once I'm finished here, I'm going to have my breakfast lunch, and then I'm going to go work. I have to go and work. Like I said, I'm getting ready for an art show, and it's taking a lot of energy and time. And okay, so Banu wants to know who's next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 people ahead of you, Banu. There's still 5 more people ahead of you. Okay, so Satan, that was my read for you. So, you know, it's interesting you asked about Thoth, and the card that signifies him actually did come. I had a feeling it would. Very cool. So yeah, that's my read. Thank you so much for being here. I will answer that email. I am going to get in touch with you. I'm going to have time for that on the weekend. Okay, so I will get back to you on the weekend. Oof. Aw, Satan says, thanks for the reads. Always a pleasure. It's always the highlight of my week when you come online. Aw, thank you. That's so sweet of you. I appreciate that. It's nice to see you too. Yeah. You have a great weekend and take care of yourself. Okay, so Tammy85, it's your turn. Tammy85. Oh, there she is. Right on time. Thank you, Tammy. Tammy's posted their question. After Tammy, we're going to read for Preeti, and then Pam, and then Beatrice. Okay? So that's where we're at. All right. Banu says, I'm worried about my reading. Yeah, it's going to be close, Banu. Some of these people have got to, hopefully, not be here, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to you. Honestly, you know, unless some of these people aren't here. Tammy85 is here, however, and Tammy is next, and I want to get on. Oh, Rahul, yeah, sorry you did miss your turn. I'm really sorry about that. I did call you. You weren't here. I had to keep going. Oh, Tammy85 says, my name is Devika. Okay. Current feelings in the next action of my husband, Mayank, in no contact and separation. Ooh, okay. Okay. Okay, so Devika wants to know about Mayank. Current feelings and next actions. I'm just going to say husband, okay, or Mayank. Mayank. It's hard to remember the names sometimes. Sorry. Okay, so Devika wants to know. Oh, no problem, Rahul. Yeah, you can wait for next Friday. Or I've included my email in the description box. And if you do want like a private personal read, you can get that too. Okay. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I got it. Yeah, Devika, I got your question. I'm just sort of letting it percolate here and kind of going, okay, so how do I phrase what I'm trying to ask for the cards here? Okay, so, and I keep going to check because it's easier for me to remember Tammy85. The name isn't so important really because it's the energy, right? But whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, so Devika. So Devika wants to know, like, basically what's up with the husband. They haven't been in contact, and she's concerned about what his feelings could be towards her and what his next actions towards her might be. So yeah, we want to know what's up with it. We want to know what's up with that. Okay, that came clear. That feeling just came, like, I'm just waiting for it to clarify. That's sometimes why I pause like that, because I'm kind of just letting it percolate. Okay, so, whoa. All right. I just had a card come jumping out of the deck. I'm going to put it aside here, and we'll see how it fits into the read here. Okay, so what is up with this husband? What's up with you? And what's up between? Like, what's going to happen here? What's going on? And then the same for the other deck. I just want to quickly check in with the other deck here. Okay, same questions. So Devika is about to, yeah. So right now, Devika is in a situation where she's separated and in no contact with the husband. And she's concerned about what his thoughts and feelings are, and what his next actions towards her could be. All right, so yeah, if there's anything, we want to know what's up with him. We want to know what's going on for her, and also what's between them, right? Like what's happening here. Okay. Okay, so what's up with the husband? The husband is not somebody that is very spiritually deep. They're not focused on looking inside. They're focused on looking outside. And right now, part of that outside is got to do with, that they are working very hard on like making money, and their job. They're very all about like pragmatic kind of stuff, how's that rent going to get paid? How much money does that cost? What is it that you want? Like, what are you asking me for? How much money are you asking me for? Like that kind of stuff. Like there's no real deep, like internal introspection where they're spiritual and they're looking for deeper meanings to things. They're not interested in that stuff. It seems like they're very on that surface layer of like what's going on. And yeah, they're not having any emotional feelings like love, connection, empathy, that kind of stuff. I'm not seeing any feelings like that. This isn't somebody that's really empathic to begin with. At least that's what the cards are saying. Okay, so then I look over to you. You're feeling right now like you're feeling like, in your case, yeah, financially, there's a little tiny bit here about finances, and that is talking about, for you financially, you're doing kind of okay, like you're not in a really bad space. You could probably use more. I mean, we could all use a little bit more, right? But yeah, there's that. But the other thing that's coming up here, and that has to do, and that one's got to do with emotions, and this one is saying like you're not feeling like. So it's interesting because the card that came up for him with emotions, I'll let you look this up later, okay? So the card in his spot that had to do with emotions was the Six of Cups inverted, okay? And then for you, you got the 3, and that's also inverted. So we're talking not celebratory, not happy news. So, when we're talking about what's between the two of you, I'm seeing like, what I'm seeing is that like the emotional connection, no, that's not there. And the other card that's come up here for you as well, and I'm talking to Vika, right? The other card that's coming up for you is the World, and right now it's inverted. So that would be like feelings of being kind of hemmed in and like being a little bit limited, and you think that there's not a lot of choices there. Okay, and it's interesting because you've got the World inverted, he's got the Hangman inverted. Again, you could take notes on this and then go look it up yourself and see if it can give you some extra, messages that I didn't come to me or that I didn't think of. Okay, so all the cards that are sort of showing up that are in between the two of you are inverted. So one of them is the Five of Cups, and that's inverted. Okay. In the right way up of things, it talks about things like there's no use crying over spilt milk. You need to manage your emotional priorities. And when I'm taking that with those two cup cards that are both inverted for the two of you, I'm looking at that going, well, it doesn't look like there's any emotional priority there between the two of you. So I think you're just a little worried about what is this guy going to do, and yeah, we're separated, but I just want to be sure he's not going to do anything crazy. I could be totally wrong here, okay? But this is just the feeling that I'm getting. Yeah, and it's interesting too, because in terms of like the finances, that showed up in between the two of you again. And again, it's inverted. And that one was the Six of Pentacles, and it's inverted. In the normal way of things, when that one comes, it's talking about like somebody that's putting out money and paying bills. And I had said to you, this is somebody, and I'm talking about the husband, the ex-husband. This is somebody that's very like just all about like the material sort of realm, and like, well, how much is that going to cost? And this is, and then here we have somebody that's not really willing to pay the bills, not willing to pay. And I'm looking now at the line of like what's going on between the two of you. So then the other card that we've got here is the Five of Cups. And that is also inverted. I'm telling you this so you can go look it up, right? If there's anything that I'm missing here, you might be able to glean some more information for yourself. So that one's inverted as well. In the right way up, it's talking about feeling like devastated and emotionally and just really sad and regretful, but that's not what you're feeling. You're actually feeling good. Like I think that you're actually feeling better about yourself than maybe you have for a while being separated. It's kind of looking like the way that the spread is looking, it kind of looks to me like the fact that you guys separated was maybe a good thing. And okay, let me just see. Okay, is Tammy saying anything else? No. Okay. That's about all that this is giving me now. Oh, and the card that came out of the deck, leaping out of the deck, was the Death card. And that one talks about like transformation. So I'm thinking in your case, from what I was seeing in that spread and the feeling that it gives me, and then to see that where it's talking about transformation, it's like, well, I mean, this is a time of transformation, right? The two of you separated. He's focused on his money and doing his thing. He's not thinking about empathy for you. He's not thinking about anything emotional about you. He's thinking about the money. And when it came to what's between you, the card comes up that's talking about like, I don't want to pay any more bills. I don't want to have to put out anything. I don't want to pay whatever I'm owing or whatever's due. I'm not interested in paying it. And then we see transformation. There was something that I wanted to say about that, and it's kind of slipped out of my mind again. I'm sorry. I think you just would like to know, is this person going to be doing any drastic moves? Yeah, you want to know if he's moved on because you're maybe concerned that maybe he's going to do something drastic or, something to harm you, perhaps. Okay, so we want to know if he's moved on. Hopefully that's a big yes. So has this person moved on? person going to like drop all that shit and just move on and go on about his business and leave you alone because that's what you want? Maybe. Can I get a clear yes or no? And then I'm going to ask the other deck as well and see what they have to say. Okay, that deck said maybe. Again, is this person going to move on? No, stop. Don't think about her anymore. Just move on. Is that what's going to happen? Maybe. Just want to see if I can get... Both decks are saying maybe. Yeah. Both decks are saying maybe. So hopefully, yeah, this person's going to get sucked into their work and they're going to have other things to think about and they're not going to be hanging on and they're not going to be bothering you in the future. So yeah, that is my read. So now you're saying not interested in paying you. Aha. Okay. Oh, you want reconciliation. Okay. Okay. Not interested in paying you? Yeah, not interested in paying you. Yeah. And you want reconciliation, but the feeling that I got from that thing is that he doesn't have any emotional feelings there anymore. Like, there wasn't anything there emotional, right? I think that he's moved on. Anyway, that's my read for you, and I hope that it resonates. I do wish you all the best in sorting that out, and if that's truly what you want is to reconcile, then I hope that that's what ends up happening for you, if that's what's going to make you happy. But yeah, I can only tell you what the cards told me. So yeah. Okay. Okay, well, let's try one more thing then, okay? You want reconciliation. Okay. Will you get reconciliation? Okay, so I'm just going to say Tammy, okay? It's easier for me to remember. So Tammy wants to know if they're going to get a reconciliation with the husband. Well, you got the Fool. And the Fool is a yes. So looks like you... I'm just going to ask the other deck really quick. Is this person going to is the husband going to reconcile? Is she going to get reconciliation? That's what we really want to know. Is there going to be some reconciliation? And this one is Judgment. And Judgment is yes. All right. So yeah, I wish you all the best. I hope that you get what it is that you want, and yeah, things work out for the best for you and for him. And thank you so much for being here. You're welcome. Okay. Okay. So the next person up is Preeti. Oh, hey, Oli says, just came to say hi. I hope you're well. Thank you. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just really swamped. There's a big art show coming up that I'm going to be in, and I'm going to be showing images from my tarot decks that I've just recently published. Ooh, let me just do a quick little thing here. Look. Okay, I made tarot decks. And yeah, so 320 images altogether, and they're all 35 by 55 inches. So that's pretty damn big. And that's the totality. There's 4 decks, and there's a link to those decks in the description box. So if you want to go and take a look at the decks, then I invite you to do that. And there's more information and you can see some pictures and stuff there. And yeah, so I won't waste people's time with that, but I just wanted to throw that up there. Yay, I published. I'm finally published. Yeah, so yeah, you know, there's going to be a link in the description box. Just go and check it out. There's, you know, doesn't mean you have to buy anything. You can still go and look. Okay, all right. So Preeti is next. Ollie says, that's a lot of hard work. Oh my God, I know. It was a ton of work. Okay, Pam, if you're here. So Preeti's getting a question mark because I'm not seeing Preeti responding. So the next person up would be Pam. Pam, if you're here, if you want to like throw up your hand and come on in and say hi and post a question, it is your turn. Okay, so I just called for Preeti, who's not answering. I'm calling for Pam. If Pam's not here, I'm going to go to Beatrice. And then after Beatrice is somebody named Is. And then after that is Banu. And then Jessica. And then Nita, Envy, Nightingale, Fire, Rituja, Nisha, Joao, Kamisha, and R. So there's quite a few people still. Joao, honestly, I don't think I'm going to get to you in time. It's already 11:30. I've got time for maybe 2-3 people tops. So, yeah. Oli is saying congratulations. Yeah, thank you. You know what? It was a ton of work. And I'm just going to quickly... See, there's 4 of them all together. Yes, I'm going to take 2 seconds and I'm going to toot my little horn and show you all my work. Yes, I will. See, this is what I've been working on for the last 10 years. So I'm proud of my work, and I would invite you to go and just follow the link and go check it out. Go and look at it. At least look at it. Okay. Okay, so Pam, are you here? Aha, Pam. Thank you. Pam's posted her question. Okay, Pam. So we're going to go for... Yep, Pam's here. Awesome. Fire is here as well. Fire, I honestly don't know if I'm going to get to you. But anyway, let's not waste any more time. Okay. Pam wants to know, she says, it's a boring question. My daughter's going through a rough time with bullying. Aw, sorry to hear that. That sucks. And I definitely feel for that because, you know, when I was growing up, I was bullied too. So, you know, I know exactly, and it's painful and I get it. Will things get better for her? I'm worried about her. I wasn't sure if this was appropriate to ask about a child. No, it's your child, and you're a mother, and you have every right to ask and to, you know, if you're trying to find out, I think. Okay, so Pam is asking, okay, so Pam is just asking about her daughter, who's experiencing being bullied, which sucks. Bullies suck. I hate bullies, you know, but a lot of them are doing it because they also got bullied or because they hate themselves and and misery loves company and they want to like bring other people down, you know. So ridiculous when, you know, they should be applying some self-love there and heal that wound instead of wounding everybody around them. Anyways, sorry, I'm ranting. Okay, are things going to get better for the daughter? Okay, so that is like a yes, no. That's how we're going to go with that. So Pam's daughter, we want to know if things are going to get better for her. She's experiencing bullying right now. Okay, so yeah, the first deck answered right away with judgment. And judgment is a yes, that things will get better. And the other thing about judgment, right? When you think about the meaning of what that card is, right? On a deeper sort of a spiritual meaning, it has to do with like determining what why are you here? Like, what is your soul's purpose in being here? And um, I'm looking at that going, well, maybe it would help your daughter to think about that, and think about like what gifts did she bring with her when she came here, and is there any way to encourage those gifts? For example, if she's like artistic, is there anything that you can do to sort of help promote artisticness, like for example, get her some art classes, or maybe she likes to do sports, get her involved. Do you know what I mean? Like try and give her some positive sort of things to focus herself on that are going to be nourishing for her soul and her spirit. And yeah, like, because everybody comes in with gifts, right? And it's how they express them and so on. And so you want to nurture. So I guess that, to me, when I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, okay, so you want to nurture your daughter, and if there's anything that you can give her that would help her to sort of work on and advance whatever gifts it is that she has, that she's coming in with. So once again, I'm asking the second deck. Pam is inquiring about, on behalf of her daughter, who is experiencing getting bullied, and we want to know if that situation is going to improve for her, if things are going to, be okay. All right, so the first card that I'm pulling here is the Queen of Cups. That's not a yes, no, but I'll tell you right now, I'm just getting rushes of energy. So one of your child's gifts, it's looking like here, is that she's very highly intuitive and empathic. This is somebody that's got a really big heart, and they care a lot. They care about animals. They care about nature. They care about other people, and when they get bullied like that, I mean, it really hurts. And, but that is also one of their gifts that they bring. So now we're still looking for a yes, no. We want to know, on behalf of Pam's daughter, like, who is experiencing getting bullied, and I'm getting tons of rushes of energy right now. But yeah, like, is that going to be working out for her? Is it going to get better? Okay. So the other answer it's giving me is sort of just like maybe. I also kind of wonder, Pam is saying it's horrible to watch as a mother. I totally agree with you. She's a wonderful kid. She's artistic. Yeah. I'm the same. Like, my significator actually is the Queen of Cups, and I am an empath, and I am an artist, and so on. And it's interesting because it's kind of like when you're dealing in the unseen realms, right? Like when you bring that awareness, that sort of extra ability into that realm, it attracts lower sort of astral entities that will come at you like a moth to a flame. And I think that actually is echoed in the physical material world. And people like us, we do sometimes act as lightning rods for these lower sort of energies, and they will instinctively like lash out at us, to try to bring that person down, because there really is something about misery loving company. Yeah. So yeah. So she's getting the business just like I did when I was a kid as well. I can say it worked out for me, but no, I think that it can work out for her. Maybe there's something that you can do for her to sort of help encourage her. For example, like maybe she, one thing that I found really, really grounding and really incredibly, like, it was so good. And sometimes when I would be really filled with anxiety and stuff, and I would just go and I would throw clay on the wheel, it's like a moving meditation. It's actually really fantastic. And so like I don't know. It just popped into my head, and I'm thinking, something that she might really enjoy is if you could get her some like throwing lessons, because the thing is that there's a moving meditation that's also called void, which is where you're taking your energy off of what's happening in the past, what's going on like later on, and you focus. Your energy has to be completely focused on that lump of clay on the wheel, which is completely responsive to every move that you make. And it brings you into the moment. It actually shifts you from your left brain into your right hemisphere. And it's incredibly calming and centering, actually, for the person as well. And when, I don't know, I would find like after a couple hours of throwing on a wheel like that I felt so much better. It's like doing yoga. So anyway, is there any other input that the deck can add to like give us any indication of how we could help Pam's daughter moving ahead here? And I don't think it's a stupid question. I think it's a very important question. I think children are extremely important, and we have to love and nurture them and do whatever we can, especially now with children being so under attack. It's very important to love your child and to want to, so yeah, totally respect that. Totally respect. Is there anything that we could add for Pam's child to, any, I don't know, words of wisdom or messages or anything like that? Moving ahead. I just want to see if there's any extra we can add in here. One thing that's coming up right away is like you want to really consciously manage those emotional priorities. And what that means is that when they're coming at you and they're bullying, is to be able to look past like that, yeah, it's hurting my feelings, but to actually really look at them with that penetrating empathy and understand like where they're coming from. Are they just a mean-spirited, low person that just wants to hurt me because they're just a jerk? And in that case, it's what I feel about myself. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say here is like, don't give them that emotional response. They're not worth your time. You got to focus on loving you, and the only thing that matters is what you feel about yourself and that you love yourself. And focus on the positive things about yourself, and don't let these MFers drag you down. That would be the first thing that's coming up. Let me see, what else do we have here? Yeah, you know what? It's very interesting because there's a lot of truth in that saying about what goes around comes around, and the rewards go to the just. The rewards in this life, I think, go to the people that are the just. So, if you're unjust, if you're deliberately tormenting other people because somehow you think that lifts you up, and I'm talking about the bullies here, but it's very, very true. And I've lived long enough to see it in operation. It's true. What goes around comes around. So you want to rethink those things that you're doing to other people to bring them down and make them feel less than, yeah. And I'm talking to the bullies now, right? Like, you better think about that stuff, because especially like the way that the world is right now, and the timeline that we're on and what's happening, because there's a quickening that's in the air. And what part of what that means is that it used to take a long time for what goes around to come back around. But lately, it's that time is getting shorter and shorter. So what I'm trying to get at is that when you are treating other people like they're garbage and maliciously and deliberately trying to hurt them, you're actually hurting yourself, because it's going to rebound on you times 10. And so, you really want to think about that. Now, that is not a message for your daughter, but it's a message in the sense that she can look at them and go, you know what? I don't even really have to do much of anything, because they're doing it to themselves and they're going to suffer the consequences. And what she needs to do is stay focused and positive on the things that actually really matter, like loving her mom, loving her family, loving herself, and nourishing and inspiring and cultivating those seeds of greatness and artistic ability, and just, what makes her special, and giving her all the positive and reinforcement that you can. Let's see, what else do we have here? We've also got justice, which is interesting, right? Because there's going to have to be some justice here. You can't, that's an untenable thing. You can't be bullying people and expect that you're just going to get away with it, because it's not going to happen. What goes around comes around. Let me see, what else do we have here? Yeah, the other message that comes through here is like, don't focus on the bullies. Don't focus on them. Focus on what your projects are, what your dreams are, what your goals are, and making plans to put those things into action for yourself. Lift that energy. Don't let them drag that energy down. That would be the biggest message of all for your daughter, is like, don't allow these people to drag her down. And she's got to do that. But because it's really all about energy, right? It's energy, it's vibration. Those who have a really low vibration want everybody to join them. They're miserable, they want everyone else to be miserable, but it's a self-made misery, and it rebounds upon those who are putting that kind of shit out there into the world. They're going to get it. Let's see. Pam is saying, what a great message. I think I'll treat her dinner out and give her your message. She'll love this. Thank you so much. I love your channel. Thank you, Pam. Yeah, if you want to give me a thumbs up and maybe subscribe, that'd be awesome. And I hope I see you here again, and I'd love to hear how your daughter's doing. Yeah, because she sounds like someone that I would totally vibe with. I'm the Queen of Cups, and I'm an artist too. So I get you. I get it. I really do, because boy, did I get bullied growing up. So I understand. Yeah, but it's really important to keep that vibration high, and don't let those people drag you down. They're not important. They're not what's really important. So that's my read, and thank you so much. Okay, so we've got time for one more. Beatrice. Beatrice, if you're here, it's your turn. Beatrice. Oh, there you are, Beatrice. You were just here. Beatrice, it's your turn. I hope you're still here. It's your turn. If you can post your question. Beatrice, come on, Beatrice. You were just here. It's your turn. No, don't tell me that you left. Beatrice, it's your turn. It's your turn. It's your turn. Okay, if Beatrice is, oh, there you are. Okay, if you post your question, we still got time for you. Yeah, you're going to be the last read of the day. Pam says she would love you. Awesome. Hey, Pam, actually, if you want to take a look at the description that's going to be underneath this video when it gets published, right? There's a link there to these tarot decks that I spent 10 years working on them. And I'm just saying it because you know what? It would allow her to see the artwork. And I mean, I had to go through 10 years of struggle to produce those things. And let me tell you, I was bullied. I had total haters that were coming at me and I hate your art. It's horrible, blah, and I still published. So, and actually the artwork is gorgeous. So if that inspires her, great. Okay. So Beatrice wants to know, does P love her? Okay. So yeah, let's see. So Beatrice is asking if somebody named P loves her. Okay. So yeah, let's see. And we're going to be together this year. I'm staying with him in his house. Okay. Okay, so Beatrice wants to know if P loves her. And she's going to be staying with him in his house, and she wants to know if he loves her. Well, I hope it's a yes. Okay, so, yeah. Beatrice wants to know if P loves her. Okay, so what's that? Okay, so the first deck gave you the Hanged Man, and a Hanged Man is a maybe. And it's interesting about the meaning of the Hanged Man, Beatrice, because the Hanged Man is admonishing you to look inside, right? Be still and contemplate and look inside and ask your gut, what do you think? Do you think this P person loves you, or are they asking you? Are they having you there to visit? I mean, I have no idea, but I'm just saying, like, if you really want clarification on this person's motives and intentions and what their agenda might be, you probably already know. You just got to ask your gut, right? Because we always know, right? It's like knowing, like, there's a difference between what you want and what you need, right? And sometimes we don't want to listen to what we need, because it's just like, no, I just want to have fun, and I don't want to face that. Okay, so we want to know, Beatrice wants to know if this person named P that they're going to be staying with. Katerina is saying, hi, can I get a reading? Katerina, I'm reading for Beatrice, and Beatrice is going to be the last person today that I'm reading for. The entire stream is 3 hours. It gets very full very quickly. So my recommendation is, if you really want a free read, you need to come in at the beginning, within the first 30 to 45 minutes, to get yourself on the list, because that way, for sure, I'll get through that many people, and I will get to you, and you will get a free read. I'm also doing readings by donation, so you can contact me privately if you want to do that, and that information is in the description box below the video, and you'll be able to find that. Okay? All right. Banu is saying, is impatient, saying, I'm waiting. It continues a long time. Yeah, Banu, I'm really sorry, but I've run out of time. I'm going to finish reading for Beatrice here, and that is going to be my last read for the day. Like I was just saying to Katerina, hope I'm pronouncing that right. If you really want a free read, I'm advising people to get here at the beginning of the live stream, which is, in totality, it's 3 hours. And generally, I'd say like the first 30 to 45 minutes. And then for sure, you will get a free read. And I'm sorry, but yeah, I can't just jump. Like, I know you're saying, yeah, please, right? But the thing is that, well, I mean, I'm reading for Beatrice. And you know what, Banu, if is not around, and I don't think they are, then if you've got a quick yes or no, put it in. Okay, because I'm almost done here with Beatrice, actually. So Banu, if you want to post a question, but you got to post it quickly, and it's going to have to be a quick yes, no. That's all I can get to. Okay, so yeah, he wants to have fun. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I think he just wants to have fun. So Beatrice wants to know if P loves them, and we need a yes, no for that. Banu, if you could post a question, quick yes or no question, I could probably answer it. Okay, Beatrice. So I asked the other Parth feeling for Nisha. I don't know what you're saying. Okay, anyways, so Beatrice, I asked the other deck, does P love you? And I got this. Now, the Lovers does indicate a yes. I think he definitely wants to have some fun. So I think that's your answer. So Banu, do you have a quick yes or no question? I've got a few minutes here. Oh, is that your question? Okay, ma'am says only short answer, Parth. Oh, okay, Parth's feeling for Nisha. So you just want to know if Parth loves Nisha, basically. Okay. Beatrice, that was your answer. And yeah, I don't know if he loves you, but he definitely thinks you're hot and he wants you to stay with him and he wants to have some fun. Depends what you're looking for, I guess. Right? Yeah. All right. So Banu just wants to know if yeah, basically you want to know. Yeah, he's wasting your time. I don't think he wants a commitment. I think he just wants fun. Anyways, that's just the feeling that I got. I mean, I can't claim to be 100%, but that's the feeling that came through. It could be lots of fun. I mean, it depends on what you're looking for, right? Okay, so Parth's feeling for Nisha. So does Parth have romantic feelings or love for Nisha? Yes or no? Oop. Sorry, 1 second. My hand slipped there. Okay, so does Parth have loving feelings for Nisha? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Beatrice says thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, we're getting up to the top of the hour. I've got 2 minutes left on the stream. I just want to ask the other deck real quick if Parth has feelings for Nisha. Nisha, yeah. If Parth has feelings for Nisha, like love, I would suppose, or just if they're attracted to Nisha, that kind of thing. So you want to know, you're jealous of somebody else, and you want to know if this, like, is Parth your guy, and you're wondering if he's interested in another woman? The answer is yes. Both decks said yes. Banu. Yeah. So Banu, that is your answer. You did get an answer. So you asked if Parth has feelings for this person, and the answer is yes. Hey, Psy Queen. Hello. I'm so sorry, you guys, but you know what? I've got 1 minute left on the stream. I just want to thank everybody for being here today. It was so nice to see you all. Thank you for taking the time to spend a little bit of your day with me. And yeah, I'm here every Friday, or try to be, unless something comes up and I can't, but I do try to be here every Friday. If you'd like to book me for a private reading, you can contact me. I've left contact information in the description box. And hey, check out my tarot decks. I worked for 10 years on them, and they're finally published and available because I'm an artist too. So anyway, yeah, have a great weekend, and we will see you back here soon. And until then, bye for now. Bye, guys. Take care.